Good morning, good morning, or good evening, whatever time it is, man. Anybody, whenever they're watching this video. All right. Time is just continuing to go on, right? And now let's put these factors into play when it has to do with natural human biology. We're not talking about anything that you may think is going to come up. Is it just we are putting ourselves into a process that we know in the end is going to have a shitty outcome. Throughout the process, it is shitty. And it really doesn't take us anywhere except the end. What we have learned throughout all this time, honestly, has not given us the means to prepare ourselves for what's coming. Honestly. Take this into account. Put this in your brain. Meditate on this. One day, you're gonna be old. Getting older. Just getting older here. I started this when I was like 16. And I do not feel the same that when I did when I was that age. So if you're this age now, 16, 17, 18, 29, 30, and you're still doing this shit that you know that you've been doing, and you know that you want to keep doing, take a look ahead into where you're this old. 40-year-olds don't do that. And the ones that do are just eating shit on YouTube, trying to make sure that they stay up, paying whatever they gotta pay by doing the shenanigans that they do to continue the revenue, etc. You know, you need that because you made that your life. Live a calm life. I'm not saying live this way, obviously. This is not about the right way to live or the wrong way to live. There is right and wrong in life. We know this already. We already know this. This is more than obvious at this point. If you continue down the path, I mean, unless you can literally maintain yourself doing the stuff that you do. If you can live to your 80, 90 in that style and you're not bothering anybody, by all means, hey, you know it's your right. It's my right to speak, just like everybody else. I just see it as you don't develop. You never develop if you don't learn, if you don't fall, if you don't take a leap, or if you don't take any chances, you don't develop. Because you have all these opportunities right in front of you at all moments and every single outlook of life. You have opportunities to do one thing different, two things different, three things different, everything different, etc. And some people don't take it because they're comfortable where they're at, they like where they're at, or they don't think that they can accomplish wherever they may seem to possibly have the opportunity to accomplish. Hey, life is about taking chances, man. I mean, some people took a chance at creating something else, you know? And then now look, somebody created a car, we're in the car, everybody's in the car. I'm not saying you gotta have the best idea in the planet, but have your own ideas, you know? Everyone that is doing this, who's doing this, who's doing this, who's doing this, who's looking at this, who's looking at that, and not developing themselves, because you have to develop to become your ultimate self. You can't start from a child, never grow up, and then expect by the time you're 80 to be grown up but you never took the time off the child section. You never took the time to say, hey, okay, I'm in that new chapter of my life. All these old things that I used to do, I gotta put them away. I gotta take them back. You know, I don't play with toys anymore. That's one example. I can play with toys. I can always play with toys. But at this point in life, playing with toys doesn't benefit anything in my life except me being like, you know, happy for a moment, or because of a memory of how I used to play, or I'll play with my kid, you know. That's fun because I'm helping him develop into something friendly, you know. He's getting good a good experience, a positive experience, and he'll be happy throughout that. If I take the toys away, he won't be happy, and he needs that at this moment of his life, as he's a child. Why not? He can play with toys. There's no problem with that. He's a child. But when he's like 20, I don't think you should be playing with toys anymore, because you should be getting a job at this moment, or earlier. The earlier the better, because you're gonna be working the rest of your life. Everybody is. Everybody is right now working. At some moment, they're working. You're either working to get somewhere, or you're working to fuck yourself by doing nothing, or by doing something that is obviously detrimental to your health, your mental capability, and your mental development as well. Because if you don't learn anything, by God, bro, by the time you're my age, you're gonna be an idiot. And that's not an insult. That's a fact. We all know these things that are constantly occurring in our lives, and it will never stop. So my tip is, get up. No matter what, get up. Just get up. You're not gonna get anywhere staying in the same place, looking at these videos, doing nothing but eating and doing, you know, I'm just eating and then getting stagnant. I'll be stationed where I am for the rest of my life. I'm not a tutor. I don't know what you're going through. I have never given anything. I've never really cared about the rest of anybody's life, you know, because we gotta focus on ours, or yours. But I see the state of humanity, and it's just getting crazy, man. Just by the level of how do you call this, insecurities that we have developed. And that's not development. That's not development. That is not development. to be so sensitive over everything is not development. The strongest people are the least sensitive. And I don't mean sensitive emotionally, because being emotionally sensitive is a good thing. You can work with people. You can be patient with people because you're sensitive about it. You don't have to push their envelope or rip it open either. Take your time. We still have the rest of fucking eternity to do this. But I'd start now, because by the time it's next year, 2021, we will be the best planet that ever has existed in the history of the universe.